Hello, y'all. So, if you're here with me, you should be seeing my screen with the 7 Techniques of Healing workbook and also me. Hi. This is actually my first split screen video that I've done. So, be patient with me as I try to share information with you that I'm holding. I'm going to get this down, I promise. So another thing I want to do is use the natural light. And so I hope that looks okay, or I'll have to video this again. So today I'm talking about the One Step Beyond You program with Erica Lynn, with Erica Lynn Speaks. And I have carefully curated my client list to be a list of entrepreneurs, minority women who are running and bossing small businesses, and they are leaders in their industries. And so Erica Lynn is one of my clients out of Detroit, Michigan, the author of the 7 Techniques of Healing. And this is the workbook that goes along with the 7 Techniques of Healing. I want you all to know that you are some of the first people, or actually probably the first people publicly, to kind of get an idea of what this workbook looks like outside of Erica's personal clients. So this is a real huge thing. I wanted to share my journey with you all because it helps me with accountability. And also, it's really good media training for me. So, the 7 Techniques of Healing workbook, One Step Beyond You program, the signature program, says here, I'm so excited you have decided to attend this healing session. You have taken the first step of investing into yourself. When I wrote the 7 Techniques of Healing, it was over 15 years after the abuse had ended. I lived with this pain and hurt for over 20 years. Now that God has blessed me with the technique to heal myself and countless others, I want to share it with you. So that's great. We're going to go ahead and figure out some healing stuff. This workbook is designed to help you heal and reach your full potential in life. There is one key rule you must adhere to in order to get the results you desire. The rule is you must be willing to do the work that is necessary in order to achieve the results you seek. This is the beginning of your new life. No matter what you go through, just remember it only takes just one step beyond you. So this is my work here, y'all. And I don't know if you can see that. I tried to test it out and I need to get like some stuff, but this is my work here. So I'm going to be reading this as I go over the workbook with you all. A couple of the things that's Erica Lynn there, y'all. A couple of the things you're going to need is, of course, a pen and paper. Line sheets of paper. I use my workbook here, or my little jot book. Your 7 Techniques of Healing workbook, which I have mine, the ebook online, which you can also download at ericalynnspeaks.com. And you're going to want your success chart. And we're going to go over the success chart in another video as well. Of course, you're going to want to have index cards, or I use Post-it notes. So the first chapter, and I'm going to scroll through this really quickly, is the chapter for healing. So some of the preparation techniques is, what does the best version of you look like? The best version of me this was my answer. And I did this actually before I read the chapter. Okay. I'm just going over this with you all. And like I said, for me, the biggest thing about this is accountability and staying on this program, because I want to see what it looks like, because I wasn't asked to do this by my client. So I just doing through work and doing copy editing, content and things of that nature for the website and ads, I became interested in this program. Of course, this program is available to me to create that ad and things of those nature. But I really became interested in the program even before I solicited Erica for her business, right? Because like I said, I've carefully curated my network of entrepreneurs to where I can proudly patronize their services and products and recommend them to you. So this is one of my, like I said, accountability lessons with you all, or accountability exercises with you all here on my social media and followers of the Creative Council at Patreon. So now, and of course, Patreon followers get a lot of extra stuff with the private journals and things of that nature as I'm going through these. And there's a $10, $15, and $25 joining level right now. So week 1, chapter 1, heal, one step beyond you. What does the best version of you look like? The best version of me is I believe. And, I wrote I believe. This was the first actual answer that I gave, and I did put I believe. As a writer, I always want to do that disclaimer, I guess, when the question just was what is the best version of you look like to me. So I'm going to scratch that out. The best version of me is bold. The best version of me is extraordinary and unafraid. The next question was, what does it look like when you are not your best self? This was probably where it started getting hard, right? At question 2. My answer was, when I am not my best self, I am sad. I find it hard to self-motivate. I am distracted and intolerant, easily frustrated. That is what it looks like when I'm not my best self. When I'm my best self, I'm able to help others. I'm able to be of service. When I'm my best self, anyone that I come in contact with has benefited from that connection and that interaction. When I'm not my best self, people do not benefit. It might even harm them. So then the next question was the breathing exercise. The breathing exercise is a grounding exercise. And one of the things I like to do is sit with both of my feet on the ground, close my eyes, and just kind of feel consciously every part, my toes, my feet. I'm sitting comfortably. I want to be relaxed. I can hear the noise outside. I am not distracted. Usually for me, I'm hunched over the computer or hunched over a bar or hunched over some task. So I like to do my grounding exercise at 30 seconds because I find that I need to do these exercises in public. So I've had to condense them, but I do, when I get home, sometime practice some of the exercises that Erica actually goes over in the 7 techniques of healing, and also works with the facilitator to go over when this program starts going out. And hopefully I'll be one of the first facilitators. But the breathe, like I said, I like to just start at my toes, feel my feet, feel the balls of my feet, feel the arch of my feet, my heel, my ankles, top of my feet and all the bones, moving up to my ankles and my calves and knees, and then on up my leg and into my torso, into my abdominal cavity, my back, my ribs, just slowly feeling each part of my body and acknowledging each part of my body. For me, acknowledging each part of my body, that each part is important, each part is necessary and essential to life, is it's very calming. So the breathing exercise, I did do the one suggested in the 7 techniques of healing. That's just one of the ones I do. You can get your copy of the 7 techniques of healing at ericalynnspeaks.com. Always be plugging, y'all. But anyhow, I did do that one. And after I did that breathing exercise, it says, how do you feel? So I said here, I feel grounded. I can see myself, because the next question must have been, can you see yourself using the breathing techniques? I can see myself using the breathing exercises to feel grounded when I become overwhelmed and feel out of control. Feeling out of control is a big thing for me. I'm an ex-felon. That's a part of my past and my healing is, and we'll see going forward. But feeling out of control is a big deal for me. I know that. And that's because I was out of control for so long as a felon. The next question here was admitting the truth. And we had to go over some truth because in order to heal, you need to just admit your truth. So, what truth do I need to forgive someone for and why? So, again, y'all, I'm going to try to make sure that you're seeing this. Like I said, I don't know because this is my first go with the video like this, but I'm going to do these much bigger where I can like do them from here and you can see them. I actually have a larger sketchbook I can use. But my answer here, I'll read it to you, was I need to forgive my mother for abandoning me. And I need to forgive my father for the truth of his drug addiction and for the truth that he spent my inheritance. And my why is because they are both dead and I am alive yet suffering. The next truth, that was not as hard for me as the next truth because I was really committed to dig down deep. I've been recently going through some things, and one of my very favorite life coaches, Ayanla Van Zant, Aunt Ginger, my shiro, one of my shiros, sent me the, she's the intellectual influence, the biggest intellectual influence on my life. Aunt Ginger sent me the 7 Acts of Faith while I was in prison, and I read that. I also read Yesterday I Cried. And Yesterday I Cried, Ayanla Van Zant talks about going through a tough time as she was playing big. She also went through another tough time later on when her and Oprah became divided. But she talks a lot about the trials throughout the triumphs of her career as a healer, a life coach, a Yoruba priestess, and all the things that she is. So this next question, I really dug deep, a lot deeper than I was able to. And the thing about the workbook is that I was able to draft this and I surprised myself and I still surprise myself. And I wrote that really more legible than, I wonder if you guys can see that. I don't know if I'm holding this in the right place because I was like trying to do it where I don't know. But anyways, I need to get that together, but I'll read it to you again. It says, what truth do I need to forgive myself for and why? My answer was, I need to forgive myself. I need to forgive myself for committing multiple crimes and disappointing my grandmother. I need to forgive myself for going back to prison a second time and leaving Aunt Ginger alone. Because these feelings, these situations, and truths make me feel full of shame. So that is actually the last, and I'll scroll down so you can see there's a photo of Erica Lynn there. And the next chapter is going to be empowerment. I did go over empowerment and I'm going to do a video. I just didn't want to make these too long. And I wanted for the thing that stood out the most to me, I wanted to have time to tell y'all about that, which is what truth I needed to forgive myself for. And that definitely was, and I'm going to put this back here. These are the items that you will need if you want to join me. So you can look at that. But I needed to forgive myself for the fact that I committed multiple crimes throughout my life. Crimes by association, crimes by affiliation, crimes of conspiracy, because when you know better, you do better. And I know better. I've known better. And I've had to really admit that. I know I need to forgive my mother, and I know I need to forgive my father for his demise. That's been really hard for me. I have always used the breathing techniques. I did find a lot of value as well in identifying the best version of me and also identifying what the worst version of me or what the less than best version of me looks like. So I can recognize that when it starts to happen and start to use those tools that I'm learning in the 7 techniques of healing. Thank y'all for joining me. If you want to support entrepreneurs who are serious and passionate and committed and dedicated to their craft, go over to the Creative Council. I'm updating this week. That's at www.creativecouncil.org. If you want to embark on the One Step Beyond You signature program, 7 techniques of healing workbook, which we are right now doing like testing on, let me know. And we'll go forward from there and see about getting you all the work so you can do the work with me maybe. Let me know, like I said, and there'll be opportunities to actually facilitate this workshop in your city coming forward. So that's what we're doing is we're going through this workbook. We're doing this workbook. We're always doing the work to change and get better. And this is how I'm doing mine. All you need is a piece of paper. I'll send you the ebook. Let me know. Or you could always go to ericalynnspeaks.com. And at ericalynnspeaks.com, you can find out how you can work with Erica. You can also contact me at admin, ADMIN, admin at ericalynnspeaks.com. Or you can contact me on thecreativecouncil.org. But like I said, this is one of my clients that I'm super proud of because she's helped me a lot. And I am looking for my YNVU Skin chapstick, not to plug, but because I really need my YNVU Skin right now. I just brushed my teeth and didn't use any. Alrighty, y'all. Thanks for joining me on my healing journey. And thanks for holding me accountable.